Sarah never imagined that after 10 years of teaching children how to dream, she would end up sitting on a cold hospital floor, wondering if her own child would survive. Every morning, she stood in front of a classroom with a smile on her face, even when her heart was breaking inside. A teacher's salary was never enough. And now, the hospital bills kept rising every single day. She had already borrowed from friends, sold her jewelry, skipped meals so her son could eat. But tonight, she had nothing left to give. As the doctors rushed past her in the hallway, Sarah could hear only one thing in her mind. What if I lose him because I'm poor? That question destroyed her. Not because she wasn't a good mother, but because life can be cruel to people who are trying their best. And in that moment, sitting alone on the hospital floor, Sarah realized something painful. Sometimes even the strongest people cry. When Sarah finally got home that night, the silence was unbearable. She stood quietly in the dim bathroom light, her hands trembling against the edge of the sink. The woman staring back at her in the mirror looked exhausted, empty, like someone slowly losing a battle nobody else could see. She hadn't slept properly in days. Every thought in her mind led back to the same terrifying fear, her son. Then suddenly, her phone vibrated.
Miss Sarah, this is a final notice regarding your son's treatment payment.
Her stomach tightened instantly, and the silence afterward felt louder than the voicemail itself. Sarah closed her eyes, fighting back tears that no longer listened to her. She worked every single day. She sacrificed everything. And somehow, life was still asking her for more than she had left to give. In that moment, standing there under the cold bathroom light, Sarah realized something heartbreaking. Poverty doesn't just steal money from people. Sometimes, it steals hope. The world kept moving like nothing had happened. School buses arrived. Students laughed with their friends. Teachers carried coffee. Life went on. She walked across the school campus carrying a pain nobody could see. Because while everyone around her worried about homework, deadlines, and exams, Sarah was trying to figure out how to save her son's life. She still had to stand in front of a classroom and pretend to be okay. That was the cruel thing about being an adult. The world does not pause for your suffering, and people still expect you to smile, even when your heart is falling apart in silence. As Sarah handed out papers to her students, she forced herself to stay focused, but her mind kept replaying the voicemail from the night before. Those words refused to leave her head. She looked around the classroom for a moment, watching students dreaming about their future. Sarah swallowed the pain quietly, because breaking down was a luxury she could no longer afford. Leo was never the kind of student who arrived late. But that morning, he walked into the exam hall looking distracted, exhausted, and strangely nervous. His eyes avoided everyone around him, as if he was carrying a secret too heavy for someone his age. Throughout the exam, his hands trembled. He barely wrote anything. Then, without explanation, he stood up and left before finishing. Nobody stopped him. Nobody asked why. And when the classroom became empty, one thing remained behind: his backpack. Inside it were bundles of cash tightly packed together, enough money to change someone's life forever. Nobody knew. But the frightening part was not the money itself. It was the mystery behind it. Nobody knew where it came from, nobody knew who it belonged to, and nobody could have imagined that the answers surrounding that bag were far darker than anyone was prepared for. By the end of that day, Leo had vanished, and the silence he left behind felt far more dangerous than the money ever did. After the exams ended, Sarah noticed a forgotten backpack resting on the brown desk. The classroom was silent now, but the moment she opened the bag, her entire world seemed to stop. Bundles of cash stared back at her, and suddenly, her breathing became shallow. Deep down, Sarah knew the line she was standing on. For years, she had taught students about honesty, about choosing what is right, even when life feels unfair. But desperation has a terrifying way of changing people, especially when the person you love is running out of time. The hospital bills echoed louder in her mind than her conscience ever could. The fear of losing her son crashed into her all at once, and the money no longer looked like it belonged to someone else. It looked like hope. With trembling hands, Sarah hid the cash beneath her coat, unaware that this single decision was about to change both their lives forever. In that empty classroom, morality suddenly felt like a luxury she could no longer afford. While Sarah carried fear in silence, her son carried pain with a smile. Too young to understand hospital bills, but old enough to notice the tears in his mother's eyes. Every day, he waited in that quiet hospital room, hoping she would walk through the door again. Weak in body, but still holding on to hope. Unaware that his mother was losing herself trying to save him.
I am here to pay for my son's medical bill. Oh. What's your son's name, ma'am? My son's name is Kelvin Mart.